Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me at the market site in Times Square, New York City, we have Fatma Collins. She is the co-founder of 10 Little. We're going to take a look at the technology behind retail, one of my favorite subjects. It's great to have you here with us,
Thank you.
Fatma. And the impact that technology has had on retail, it can't be argued. Tell us a little bit more about that.
I think of technology as an enabler rather than a solution, and I think that technology really enabled companies to reduce costs, deliver products and services to customers faster and easier. But I would say that the biggest impact technology has made in retail is really building relationships. And I know that it's rare to hear technology and relationships in the same sentence, but I think that really the future of technology in retail is building these personalized micro moments through a customer's journey and create long-term relationships. And that's really how we built 10 Little as well.
All right, now let's learn more about 10 Little. You're stepping into a $68 billion U.S. children's and clothing market. $10 billion of that is made up of U.S. children's shoes. We like to spoil our kids, don't we?
Yeah. Actually, a parent in the U.S. spends about $12,000 in just the child's first year. And the reason is that kids grow so fast. They are constantly growing, both size, developmental needs, different stages. So we are constantly actually shopping for them.
Yeah, and what you're doing at 10 Little, you're trying to merge the convenience, the technology, of course, and the fashion experience. What's interesting with that is that you have the design process when it comes to the technology, but how are you utilizing that data? Is it predictive analytics so you can figure out sizing? How are you using that data?
So what's most painful about shoe shopping for kids is trying to figure out what size to buy, when to size up for your children, given how quickly they are growing. And what we have done is we have built a database, which we then utilize to help parents find their child's fit easily. We only ask a few simple questions on our side and match you with a healthy fit in 10 Little. And then once you're with 10 Little, we actually predict and remind you when it's time for your child to size up based on age-specific developmental patterns. And as you keep ordering with us, we learn from your behavior and actually place your child in the right growth curve and deliver more and more personalized recommendations.
Now, you're a former executive at Jet.com. I would imagine, incredibly successful online site. How did that experience? I would imagine that certainly, helped as you launched 10 Little.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I met my co-founder, Julie, at Jet.com, but I think that Jet.com, I really got exposed to the product side of retail and brands, the back-end operations. So when we were starting 10 Little, it enabled us to launch it really faster and stronger because we didn't have as much of a steep learning curve when it came to the back-end operations.
All right, and you're going through some funding as well.
Yeah, we initially raised a small angel round from great founders and then raised a $2.6 million seed round led by Next View Ventures.
And what was the genesis of the company? How did this come about?
It really was born out of my own personal struggles trying to figure out what shoes would support healthy development for my daughter, what size her feet were when I needed to size up. And frankly, I actually thought that it was because I was a new mom, who hasn't figured it out yet. But talking to other moms, I quickly found out most parents were going through the same thing.
All right, great to have you with us.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining me on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq.